Right, I'll start again. Hello and welcome to Broken but Glorious. I'm Chris Lapp and I'm delighted to be joined by James from the For Love of Wrestling. How you doing this evening, James?
I'm good, thanks, Chris. How are you, sir?
I'm sound, yeah. I just had a sneezing fit, so I'm a bit sniffy. I apologise. So, yeah, huge thanks for joining us this evening. I went to the 2019 For Love of Wrestling and I really enjoyed it. So it was a lot of fun. So
Good to hear. Good to hear.
I was working on the Grapple Arcade stand.
Oh, right. Yeah, you know the guys. Yeah, really good guys.
Yeah.
We were talking to them. The guys coming down. Unfortunately, they're not able. The dates don't quite work out.
Yeah, Mark was saying. Yeah,
yeah. So Mark and I don't think his name's Pablo, but he's called Pablo on Facebook.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we're doing that as well. So yeah, Mark's a good guy. His dates aren't quite working out for him this year, but we certainly hope to have Grapple Arcade back at a future.
Oh yeah, yeah. Such a fun show. It was yeah, just seeing people. I didn't see it meet any of the wrestlers, but I did. Loads of them came past, and I was like, "Ooh, there's Eric Bischoff." I'm like, "Ooh, yeah." So James has joined us to discuss the For Love of Wrestling 3, which is on the 29th to the 30th of April at the is it the BEC or the BEC Arena?
Yeah, most people will know, and especially those people local to Manchester, they'll know it as Bowlers. But yeah, Bowlers Exhibition Centre,
Yes.
which is in Manchester. It's just near the Trafford Centre for anybody who's trying to get their sort of get a vague idea of where it is. So yeah, it's 2 minutes from the Trafford Centre, and yeah, it's everyone who lives in Manchester will know it's Bowlers. People who come from outside may even know it as the BEC Arena.
Yes. Yeah, I went to the Wrestling Media Con in 2018, and
yeah, that's right.
I don't remember it being that hard to get to. So it's a great venue as well.
Oh, it's a wonderful venue. Yeah, we've moved from Liverpool across to Bowlers this year for a number of reasons. First of all, obviously it's For Love of Wrestling, but we have some other brands who some of your listeners may be aware of. We've got For the Love of Horror, we've got For Love of MMA, we've got For the Love of Sci-Fi.
Yes.
So what we're trying to do is have all the For Love of brands all under the Bowlers roof, which is great. So that's one good reason to do it. Secondly, our boss Andy, who owns Monopoly Events, he owns Bowlers. So again, that makes it booking it a lot easier and simpler. And then thirdly and finally, because of the way Bowlers is set out, when we do things in a convention centre, it's great. We love the Liverpool venue, but it does limit you into what you can have going on at once because it's one big massive space.
It is.
You can't be showing a pay-per-view over here and then having live wrestling over here and then having a Q&A going on over here because the sound bleeds when it's all in one big room. Whereas at Bowlers, because it's all spread out and there's different zones and that sort of thing, you can have multiple things going on at the same time. So that's one of the reasons why, again, which we've moved it all back. It gives us a lot more opportunity to make the show more varied and have so many more things going on at the same time.
Yeah, so when I went to the Wrestling Media Con, in one room they had, so it was Rev Pro, and then Impact Wrestling was on the evening, and then they had the big stage of all the Q&As on, and then they had all the stands round and all the signings. It was against the one wall. Yeah,
it's good you've touched on the live wrestling aspect of things. You mentioned that you'd seen it there previously. So this year we're trying to grow the event every year. Obviously, the end goal being almost like a bit of a 3-day festival of wrestling, and this year we've grown into the 3rd day finally. So this year our event is actually starting on the Friday night, and I'm sure a company you're well familiar with, which is Progress Wrestling. Progress Wrestling are going to be putting on there For the Love of Progress.
Wow.
Which is at Bowlers on the Friday night. And if you want tickets for that, jump onto our Facebook page or just go directly to fortheloveofwrestling.co.uk and you can get your tickets through there for the event itself, for the Friday night show. And then again on Saturday night, we've got a second live wrestling show. Again, someone you'll be very familiar with, which is the fine people at Future Shock. Who've put on shows at our previous 2 events. So we can't wait. It's going to be an absolute blast. And now we've extended to that 3rd day. We've also got 2 live wrestling shows. It's just going to be amazing.
Wow. Yeah, my usual co-host Lance, he's just made his debut for Future Shock. So
great!
He'll be at the event. So, yeah, but you've got a phenomenal lineup of just guests. So I don't think it matters what level of fan you are. If you're a new fan, you've got lots of AEW guys. You've got like Adam Cole and Paul Wight, I was going to say Big Show, Jamie Hayter, Jungle Boy, Anna Jay, FTR, Britt Baker, Ruby Soho, and then if you're a WCW fan from back in the day, you've got Goldberg and DDP and Booker T and Kevin Nash. If you're probably my age, you got 80s and New Gen era, so you got like $1 Million Man and IRS, Warlord, Barbarian, Demolition, Terri Runnels, Paul Roma, all these guys.
Yeah, that's one of the things we were striving for this year. Is variety, and I think this year we've probably got the most balanced lineup. So you could ask. You could ask 3 different people on the street, and every one of them will tell you, well, this year's lineup's the best, 2022's lineup's the best, 2019 lineup's the best. But I think, even if you just take a step backwards, I think this year's probably got the most balance. I mean, like you say, we've got some great names from the golden era, such as Powers of Pain and Demolition. Got loads of guys from the Attitude Era in WCW, Kevin Nash, Goldberg, Big Show, Booker T, Sharmell, Kevin Nash. Dudley Boys, those types of people, and then right up to date current people, Adam Cole, Britt Baker, Jungle Boy, FTR, who they're pretty much the number 1 tag team in the world right now.
Oh, phenomenal!
And then some guys from the newer era, Santino, Carlito, people like that. So Ruby Soho, Anna Jay, the list goes on and on and on. Oh, sorry, Money Inc. as well. Paul Roma, just more names that I forgot to mention. I mean, the lineup this year is staggering, and we've still got one more to go. And this is a pretty big one. This is going to please a lot of people. Always best to manage expectations. No, it isn't Hulk Hogan. It isn't Stone Cold Steve Austin. Surprisingly, it isn't The Rock. But this announcement, which we're hoping to go live with this weekend, it's been requested a lot, and we know it's going to make a lot of people very happy.
Oh, amazing! So there's different types of entry tickets available. Can you take us through them?
Yeah, so it's all really, like I say, it depends what you want, what you're looking for from your weekend. Some people might decide just to come to the Friday Night Progress show and the after party, which contains the Future Shock show. If you don't want to come and meet any of the guests, but you want to come to both of those events, absolutely fine. Get yourself on forloveofwrestling.co.uk and you can buy yourself a ticket for just the Friday night show, or you can buy yourself a ticket for the after party if you want to do that. And obviously the Future Shock show is part of that after party. If you want to come to the event itself, there's a number of different tickets. There's platinum tickets, which is almost like a VIP experience over the weekend. They're obviously the top end of the sort of the price range. We've also got what's called like diamond passes, which means you can just go to the front of every queue rather than having to queue up to wait to meet your guests. We've also got standard entry tickets, early entry tickets. So you just sort of go on there and there's lots of different types and you just decide exactly what type of ticket, what you want to sort of do. And this is what, I do when I go to conventions is, right, what am I looking to achieve? Well, I'd love to watch some live wrestling and I want to meet X amount of people, right? Well, I want to meet Goldberg, and he's only appearing on Saturday, so I need to make sure I'm there on the Saturday. Yeah, work out what you want to do, work out who you want to meet, and then work it that way. I did just mention Goldberg. He's only there on the Saturday. But also what we are doing, which is a world first, is we're doing a WCW Champions photo.
Yes, I saw that.
This is the response to this has been phenomenal. So it's it is Big Show, it's DDP, it's Goldberg, it's Booker T, and it's Kevin Nash. This is the first time ever they've done this photo together. And again, because Goldberg's only there on the Saturday, that will be a Saturday only photo as well. So if you do want that photo, or you just want to meet Big Bill, make sure you are there on the Saturday.
Wow, I'm sure that'll sell out quick as well.
Yeah, and again, we not just that. Just moving on then from obviously that amazing group photo. We've also got some phenomenal duo photos this year. So it's literally a tag team dream this year with the Powers of Pain. This is the first time that they've ever appeared together as the Powers of Pain. So we're looking forward to that. Demolition, who for me are top 5 tag teams of all time. Dudley Boys, arguably the greatest tag team of all time. FTR, Money Inc. We've got a new tag team in Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker. I mean, there's just so much. So there's just so much going on over the course of this weekend. It's going to be great. Yeah,
I noticed on the website you have like an autograph sending service. Is that for people who can't attend? Is that still a thing? Cool.
Yeah, and I mean, you wouldn't believe, and I mean, I still have to sort of scratch my head on this sort of stuff. So we can we can what we can do. Sorry, yeah, just go back. So what we can do is we get people come to this event. You wouldn't believe people travel as far away, come from as far away as Canada to this event.
Oh.
We get regular visitors from Switzerland, from Sweden, from Italy, from Germany, from France, all those sorts of places. The people literally do travel from the other side of the world to come to this event, which we're always ridiculously humble about. But yeah, if for any reason, wherever you are in the world, if you can't make this show, or incidentally, we do have wrestlers at our other shows as well. We're doing our Aberdeen show 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we've got Hacksaw Jim Duggan there. So if you want something signed by Hacksaw Jim Duggan in Aberdeen, or if you want something signed by any of our lineup in April, you are welcome to do that. And we do offer a sending service. And you can simply, for details of that, simply email merchandise, that's singular, merchandise @monopolyevents.co.uk. For any reason you didn't get that email address, just drop me a message on the Facebook page, and I'll be happy to give you that over Facebook.
Yeah, I'll put it in the description below if anybody wants it as well. It's such a great idea as well.
Yeah, exactly. So we know people. Not everybody can make every single show. We also know that at the moment there's a cost of living crisis going on, so not everybody's able to travel and all that sort of stuff. So we try and offer something that hopefully fits for. We offer that wider range that hopefully one of those options will suit you.
You mentioned the Diamond Pass. What's the difference between a Diamond Pass and a Platinum Pass?
So a Platinum Pass it includes all your autographs and photos. Your Diamond Pass is almost like a speedy boarding pass, so it gets you to the front of all the queues, but then you can buy your photos and your autos separately.
That's amazing.
So yeah, again, whatever works for you. We try and give as many options as possible. It can be a little bit confusing sometimes for people, but by doing this, we make sure that everybody sort of gets something that's right for them.
Oh yeah, it's such a great show. I had such a great time in 2019, and I'm gutted I can't make this one. I'm just working that weekend. It's like the one weekend of the year I have to work.
No, I feel your pain. We've got one of our biggest shows of the year, which is Comic Con Liverpool, and this year it's on during WrestleMania weekend. So I normally go to WrestleMania, but this year I'm having to swerve it, which is disappointing because I was there last year in Dallas, obviously to witness the Cody Rhodes return, and that was my OMG moment of the entire weekend. Funnily enough, WWE released a promo video on Cody Rhodes the week before he returned at Royal Rumble, and I'm actually in that video going absolutely crazy. But it was almost like a full circle thing. So I was there for that. So I was really hoping to be there in LA this year. So I was kicking myself about that. I'm not quite kicking myself as much as if The Rock would have been appearing. As disappointed as I am for everybody else who's going to WrestleMania that The Rock won't be there. And it's one less thing for me to be upset about that he wouldn't be appearing. I was fortunate enough to be there to see Taker go into the Hall of Fame last year.
Oh wow.
And that was an amazing evening. So it would have been, hopefully, if The Rock does go in next year or the year after, hopefully I'll be able to be in the building to watch that as well.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah, co-host Lance was convinced it was going to be Roman versus Rock all year. I was like, I don't think it will be.
No, I think there's more going on behind the scenes in regards to perhaps a few of the things that The Rock's been in, so that WWE have been in the press for recently, which perhaps at this point in his career probably just wants to be at arm's length.
Definitely.
Less said about that, the better, I guess.
Yeah, I've heard that he finds it really hard to get insured for wrestling as well because of how big of a movie star he is and stuff. So
you'd imagine so, yeah. You'd imagine so. He probably does find it quite difficult as well. And I know he came out and said that he wasn't in the right shape, and I know people went, "Oh, you're in the best shape of your life." I think sometimes, and I did take that into consideration as well because I think
you look amazing, but being in fit is different. So I'm training I'm a trainee wrestler, and I can do a 45-minute spin class, but 5 minutes in the ring, I'm gassed. Because it's not a completely different type of fitness.
There's being aesthetically good, being in an aesthetic shape, and then there's being cardio in great cardio shape, and I think that's what he was sort of getting at. I mean, if he doesn't consider himself to be in ring shape, then again that could be another reason. We don't know. We can all just guess, can't we? I guess.
Yeah, and he hasn't had a full-on match for the best part of 10 years, really, has he? So that's
no. I'm sure we've definitely not seen the last of Dwayne in a WWE ring, which we can all look forward to.
Yeah, I guess they could go because the way Roma wrestles at the moment, 90% of his matches him walking around and posing anyway. So because they just have a pose,
looking a little bit looking moody.
Yeah.
Oh God, don't say that. We mentioned something about Roman not being particularly good on the mic on our Facebook page today.
Oh wow!
People were up in arms. You think we'd gone round to the house to kick the kids?
Compared to what he was, I think he's improved so much over the last 8 years, and yeah, he's finally found this character that suits him so well. It's like, yeah. So, do you want to promote any social media and the website again before we get off? Or?
Yeah, as I say, guys, the best place to be to find out all the information, get yourself up to date, or if you've got any questions, is to join the official Facebook page. That is For the Love of Wrestling, and obviously that it's our company logo there. We've also got an official page. Again, just search short For the Love of Wrestling. The page has got nearly 100,000 followers. Mm-hmm. The group has got nearly 11,000 members, so you'll find those groups quite easily. Or if you just want to see what all the tickets are, you can just go on to fortheloveofwrestling.co.uk. If you're looking for a full list of which guests we've got on the show as well, we've got Goldberg, Big Show, King Booker and Queen Sharmell, Kevin Nash, DDP, Adam Cole, Jungle Boys, Dudley Boys, FTR, Demolition, Carlito, Jamie Hayter, Ruby Soho, Anna Jay, Britt Baker, Santino, Terri Runnels, you may know better as Marlena,
yes.
Barbarian, the Warlord, Money Inc., and Paul Roma. But we're on all the usual channels. So if you're on, if you prefer Twitter, if you prefer Insta, you can join. You can follow on there as well. Just search for Full Love of Wrestling. But the main place to be is the Facebook page. That'll give you everything you need. If you've got any questions, drop us. You can always drop us an email at vip@monopolyevents.co.uk or just message the Facebook page directly. I hope to see you all in April.
Yes, I'll put links to in the descriptions for anybody who wants to go have a look. So I've really enjoyed speaking today, and good luck with the Full Love of Wrestling. It looks like an amazing event.
Well, thank you very much, and it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you.
Yeah, I hope we can do it again. So
we'll speak to you. Cheers, Chris.
Okay, thank you. Okay.